So today I'm joined by our very own CISO, Jonil Patel. Jonil is going to be talking about recent trends that have shaped the IT and security industry.
Hi, Johnny. Thanks for dragging me away and making these videos.
Always a pleasure. So Jonil, to get us started, what are the key trends that we've seen over the last 6 to 9 months with all the changes going on in society? How has that impacted IT security and the threat landscape?
It's an interesting question there, Johnny. I think as we're a security-focused business, one thing I would say is that we haven't had to do too much of the infrastructure side from a remote working aspect, as I'm sure you can understand. The layers of security that we've been really kind of engaged on are things around data loss prevention, compliance, auditing, understanding privileged access management, and majority of the concerns really are monitoring elements of the infrastructure, whether that's internal, but the wide area and the external parameter elements, and being able to take that data and see what level of security will then be applied. As you can imagine, costs are of a concern. So it's not about layering technologies on there that are enterprise level solutions, but understanding what really works for an individual business from an infrastructure perspective, but also from a business element. Things have changed, operational elements have changed, processes have changed. And I think, from a CISO perspective, it's understanding the entire 360 model of the business to really be able to deliver that security value. It's not just about throwing tools at something and hoping that that's going to fix the issue. We really need to understand the people, the process, and the technology to really deliver.
Are there any industries that have been affected more than others in the last sort of 6 to 12 months?
I'd say probably something that we haven't really can help identify. We're still looking at that data, to be honest with you. We have seen a huge influx from legal, manufacturing, schools, education elements. And I think the funny thing is everyone has a very similar requirement at the moment, and that's awareness and training is probably one of the biggest factors that would probably sit as an overarching requirement for multiple industries. Yeah, I think a lot of businesses need to really consider cyber resilience and prepare, respond, and be able to recover from a cyber attack. We've seen a lot of a lot of businesses that have probably not previously, but have now seen the need for things like cyber insurance. Have got to the point where, unfortunately, it is just that step too late, where they've had the breach and unfortunately been impacted by ransomware. And unfortunately now I've seen the board really value what security services or tool sets that are out there that can help prevent that.
So I guess what you're saying there is it's a case of being more proactive rather than reactive. So taking the steps to stop it from happening rather than once it has happened, taking action.
Yeah, and just being able to get the board to really identify where their risks are and what level of acceptance of risk that the business can really take. And until you've gone through and been able to identify every key area, it's really difficult for someone like myself to say, okay, this is how we're going to help patch you up and make sure that you're cyber safe. And it's never a guarantee, but it's about the if and when.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jonil. Some really interesting points there. And I guess what we'll say is if there is anything that you have concerns about, any needs, any questions you have, we're always at Threat Protect, we're always here to help. So feel free to reach out. Watch the rest of our cybersecurity glossary videos. There's plenty of helpful tips on those. And yeah, we're always here for you.